This is the new BMW 2 Series Active Tourer, and in today's quick review we'll be taking a look at the exterior design, interior, technology, boot space, plus we'll take it for a spin. So does it do enough to tempt buyers away from small family SUV offerings? Let's find out. Prices for the new 2 Series Active Tourer start from around £31,200, placing it on the more premium end of the MPV segment. It's more expensive than well-established rivals like the Ford Galaxy and VW Touran, plus the new kid on the block, the Dacia Jogger. Buyers of this new model will benefit from a choice of mild hybrid or plug-in hybrid engines, and regardless of the trim level you go for, you'll benefit from a wealth of standard equipment, including BMW's revised iDrive infotainment setup, which we'll take a look at in just a moment. But first, the front end. BMW have raised the height of the bonnet, which gives the 2 Series Active Tourer a more aggressive look, and I think it's certainly paid off. It now stands out in the BMW lineup. We also have a new design to the kidney grille. Now I know a lot of you are unsure about this, but I think it's really effective here with that nice use of chrome and gloss black material. Headlights are pretty much unchanged. They are the iconic BMW look, nice and sleek. They're LED powered as standard. You also have the choice to configure optional adaptive LEDs that adjust on the fly, but you get high and low beam assist as standard. The side profile for the new 2 Series Active Tourer boasts a bold and distinctive character. I was surprised to see that the flush door handles from the all-electric i4 also are present here, sitting completely flush with the bodywork to optimize aerodynamic efficiency. Alloy wheels range from 17 inches in size as standard with the entry-level sport trim to optional 19-inch alloy wheels that you can configure with this M Sport model. We've also got a high gloss black shadowline trim with the M Sport model, which has affected the roof rails that come as standard. I love the design of the rear end. It's sporty and muscular with that slight roof spoiler and prominent rear apron. Like the design of BMW's new LED taillights as well, they're narrow and they just merge onto that tailgate seamlessly. Upon opening the standard power operated tailgate, you're awarded with 470 litres inside here. That reduces down slightly to 415 litres if you opt for the plug-in hybrid variant, but this is enough room for a small buggy or 3 to 4 carry-on suitcases. That translates to around 2 to 3 larger adult suitcases. There's some niceties dotted around, like this netted compartment on the left hand side, perfect for bits and bobs that like to fly around. You've also got another compartment on the right. There's a decent amount of underfloor storage, not much, but perfect for your dog walking bits and bobs and any bags that you need for the weekly shop. Sadly, you're unable to fold down the rear seats from here. You'll have to head round to the rear cabin space and pull on some straps. They then fold in a 40-20-40 arrangement, so you're able to fold down the middle seat independently if you'd like and slide objects through. But with all 3 seats folded down, that extends capacity to around 1,450 litres, and it sits pretty much flat. There's a slight incline there, no gap in the floor though, so you can easily slide an adult's bike in without taking the wheel off. Okay guys, there's a number of different powertrain options available with the Active Tourer. You've got 2 petrol, 1 diesel and 2 plug-in hybrid variants to choose from. We have the top spec petrol here. That's a 223i variant. That generates 190 horsepower for a fairly rapid 0 to 62 time of 7 seconds. Pretty good for an MPV. Miles per gallon, BMW claims you'll achieve around 46 on the combined cycle, though our figures say differently. We were averaging around 39. And CO2 emissions are around 144 grams per kilometre, placing this in a fairly high benefit-in-kind tax band for 2022 to 2023. If you'd like to take advantage of some tax savings here, perhaps you're looking for your new company car, consider one of those hybrid variants, because they output around 15 to 16 grams per kilometre, and you'll also benefit from an electric range of up to 56 miles. Visibility is excellent. I've got a lofty view of the road ahead straight over the bonnet, and thanks to slim side pillars, my view isn't obscured too much at junctions and traffic lights. That's also helped by this panel of quarter glass here. Wing mirrors are incredibly wide, giving me a great view of what's behind me, and my view out the back isn't too bad. It could be wider, and if you've got a couple of rear passengers, there's no hope of seeing out the back of that. My over-the-shoulder view is slightly obscured by a chunky rear pillar, but thankfully front and rear parking sensors come as standard to help you manoeuvre out of those tight spaces. There's a little bit of road noise seeping into the interior from those 18-inch alloy wheels, so the cabin could certainly be better soundproofed. Wind noise though, I haven't noticed at all. There's no bellowing coming from the mirrors or the windscreen. The ride can feel somewhat unsettled at slow speeds, through a country road or around town like this one. It just doesn't do well at absorbing light undulations, and especially large humps and bumps that really send an impact throughout the cabin. However, when the car is up to speed, it cruises along really nicely, absorbing those light undulations. There's not much in the way of noise from the powertrain, especially at faster speeds where this fades away quickly, creating a smooth and relaxing driving experience. Things are even calmer with plug-in hybrid models, as around town at slow city speeds, it'd be driving purely off the electric power stored in the battery pack. In terms of safety, the Active Tourer is equipped with a range of standard systems, including the Active Guard, and that comprises front collision warning, lane departure warning, and speed limit info. You can also go for the optional driver assistance pack that offers cross-traffic warning and lane keep assist. The new 2 Series Active Tourer offers an impressive level of interior quality with plenty of soft touch materials that you'll mainly find up here on the dash, a lovely textured effect running across the bottom of the infotainment screen, and effective use of gloss black around the air vents and center console, as well as chrome. It all comes together very nicely. Even on the luxury trim level, you get a fine wood trim along the dash there, adding to the ambiance of the cabin. There's a variety of different upholstery options for the seats. As standard, you get sports seats with cloth anthracite. With this M Sport model, we've got Versatility leather upholstery with grey stitching. It's a minimal effect, but it's very well executed. You can also get electric memory seats. They're fully adjustable electronically, so it's very easy to find a comfortable position for you. And once you've found that, you can assign this to one of 2 profiles just down there where you also adjust the seats. Just click those in when you get in the car, and the seat, as you can see there, is adjusting to my preferred position. This is certainly not my preferred position, but you get the idea. But as you just saw, adjustment is brilliant. You can come down quite far if you love an engaging drive, but you can pump yourself up to a lofty position right over that bonnet, giving you a fantastic view of the road ahead. What's disappointing about the seats though is adjustable lumbar support is locked behind one of the optional packages. For me, this is absolutely essential for longer journeys and should come as standard. Steering is exceptionally light, and that is assisted by this large wheel, larger than you'll find in a lot of other BMW models, providing an exceptional turning circle to negotiate out of those tight and narrow parking spaces. Behind the wheel, we have one half of BMW's new curved display, and that is the 10.25-inch instrument cluster. That shows you all your key information that you want to see while on the go. The graphics are incredibly sharp, and it's easy to scroll between the different options using the wheel on the right-hand side of the steering wheel. Accompanying this is a 10.75-inch display as part of BMW's new Live Cockpit Plus system, the new infotainment setup. Absolutely love it so far. The graphics are very sharp. It's intuitive to navigate around because you've got all your essential options there in clear and easy to see clusters. There's hardly any input delay as you navigate around, and it's just very well laid out. You can get DAB radio, Bluetooth, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, plus integrated navigation. I have 2 nitpicks with the new setup though, unfortunately. We don't have many physical buttons for the climate controls. A lot of these controls are now integrated into the screen itself within the climate menu. Now, these are much better integrated than what the majority of other manufacturers do, but it's still a little bit of a faff trying to press these options while on the go. Certainly a learning curve that you have to get used to. And the screen can only be navigated now by touch and voice control. We have lost the rotary dial with this model. Bit of a shame, as this was the best way to use the screen while driving along. Working our way down the center console, we've got a large singular air vent in the center, accompanied by a couple of physical buttons for clearing the front windscreen and rear windscreen. Below that, we've got a nice and cavernous area for your smartphone. You get wireless charging pad with high-spec trims, and you get a latch there you can pull forward and back to attach objects in place. The cup holders are a nice size, easily fitting a bulky bottle. This is the transmission cluster here. You've got all your controls nicely laid out, easy access to the different driving modes, as well as this prominent scroll wheel for the volume. You can open up the center compartment like so, folds out rather extravagantly. It's not a particularly deep space, but you could put some keys in there and other bits and bobs you want easy access to. Any other objects you can put beneath this, as we've got a large area here. The sides come up quite high, so those objects aren't going to fall out while on the go, and you get get a couple of USB-C ports and a 12-volt socket. I'm disappointed with the size of the glove box. It's not particularly cavernous, just enough room for the manuals and some other bits and bobs. But the door bins are pretty cavernous, easily swallowing up a nice and large 500ml bottle. Rear legroom varies from 890 to 940 millimeters. And why is that? Well, you get a sliding rear bench with certain variants, and you can adjust both that one and this one. So let's come forward, extending the amount of space on offer in the boot, and we can come back, freeing up lots of legroom. In fact, at this stage, I can stretch out all the way. I'm incredibly comfortable, and my knees don't come too high either. But this is only available with certain variants, so if you want to find the model that suits you best, guys, get in touch with our team. The rear cabin offers enough space to comfortably accommodate 2 adults or 3 kids in the back. There's also good access for grandma because the doors open around 70 degrees wide, the roofline is high, and the door sills are low. Other things worth pointing out: you can fold this bit down if you don't have a middle passenger, rewarding you with a couple of cup holders and an armrest. We can also fold this down in that 40-20-40 arrangement like so, and that will enable you to slide objects through into the rear cabin space. We also have an independent air conditioning cluster down there where you can adjust the air intensity, sadly not the temperature, but you benefit from a couple of USB-C ports in the back and a sizable storage compartment. There's pouches on the back of the front seats, and the door bins are a great size as well. They easily eat up a 500ml bottle. So of course this is the 5-seat configuration with this model. So if you plan to fit 3 kids in the back, what is that going to be like for the one in the middle? Well, let's slide over. To be fair, comfort is not too bad. The plastic here is digging into my back a bit, but for short journeys up to an hour, not too bad at all. Though the middle passenger will have to straddle a rather large central tunnel, and they'll have to find places for their feet. Okay guys, is the new 2 Series Active Tourer worth considering? Well, I'm finding an awful lot to like about this new model. There's plenty of space on offer inside the cabin for passengers. I love the new infotainment setup. BMW continue to do this the best. The exceptional level of build quality and material variety is translated well here. And compared to rivals, this offers a more engaging drive thanks to exceptional ride quality and handling. Even though this is more on the premium end and you have to pay a bit more for the 2 Series compared to alternatives, it may be worth it for you if you just want a car that you enjoy getting behind the wheel of. Any downsides? Well, the firm ride quality isn't for everybody. The cabin could be better soundproof to reduce road noise from seeping in. I'd like to see more physical buttons for the climate controls, and some of those more attractive features are locked behind optional packages like other BMW models. But overall, I'm really impressed with the new 2nd generation model, and if you're after a spacious family car that isn't an SUV, definitely add this to your list. To check out more quick reviews of the latest BMW models, then just click that pop-out banner above. And if you'd like to dive into the new Active Tourer, find the model that suits your needs perfectly, then just get in touch with our vehicle specialist via the number in the banner below. You can also click the link in the description to head over to our website and browse the latest special offers available on this model. Thanks for watching, guys. Give the video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Also subscribe if you haven't already done so, and click that notification bell so you'll get notified when we upload our next in-depth review. But that's it. Thanks again. See you again soon. Safe driving.